That was 12 minutes. All rise, chapter 3. So we'll do a little bit of guided practice and then we'll slide into the free form again. With your right arm, small arcs with a controlled movement. And just little by little, let the arcs get bigger, but keep it controlled movement initially. Like you don't want to just start flinging your arm around. At a certain point, it'll feel like going all the way over. Every once in a while, it'll feel like changing direction. So again, remember, you're learning to follow inner guidance here in this easy context. Just little by little, let the movement get more slippery. So it's still controlling, but a little less. And a little less. And just be especially attentive to the linger moments, the flow on moments, the change direction moments. And so you're doing arm circles, but you're learning to channel them. And then close your eyes. And then let the arc slow down, open your eyes, get it going on the other side. Always gentle. Gradually letting the movement get more slippery. And so be clear, you're not dictating the movement. You're channeling it. Close your eyes at a certain moment. And just get into it a little bit more than you already are. Let the arc slow down. Open your eyes, come to the first hand and just shake it loose. Sometimes soft, sometimes stronger. Add your forearm, your whole arm. I do it at different rhythms. And then close your eyes and just, again, get into it a little more than you already are. You can always get into it a little bit more than you already are. When that arm feels satisfied, go to the other one. Start with the hand, forearm, the whole arm. Close your eyes. So this is guidance that's intended to help you get increasingly intuitive. When that arm feels satisfied, then start with the foot. Add the lower leg, the whole leg. And then the other one. Okay. And then feet hip width apart, first placement. Spread your toes, snuggle your feet. Practice looking at your feet. Like just train yourself to make them straight. Snuggle your feet, let yourself grow tall. Wobble gently a little bit. And then close your eyes and just be for a few moments. And I would vote when you're at home and alone, like do this one every once in a while. Sometimes eyes closed, sometimes eyes open. And feel yourself getting increasingly grounded through whatever's on the ground. Tall. Relaxed. And just be aware of little pieces of your body that feel crimped or not right. And just let them begin to fill out. And then bring your feet together. Spread your toes, snuggle your feet. Grow tall. Close your eyes. Start to get interested in the experience. Just watch how your weight shifts around. And then let your eyes come open. Step your feet hip width apart. From there, step a little wider. From there, step a little wider. Spread your toes, snuggle your feet, take a breath in. And then bend your legs. Slide your hands over the knees, down the shin bones to the ankles. And just snuggle your hands into the ankles more. Snuggle your feet into the floor more. Sort of like you've never done it before. But more like you've done it so many times that you're really good at experiencing the newness of it. It's not a repeat. It's life live right now. Push into your arms and lift up a little bit. Fix your head and neck so it feels more neutral. And then just breathe. Shift your hips over to the left. And just live here for a few moments. More and more as you go through this pattern, it'll just become intuitive, but like sort of learn the basic pattern right now. Shift your hips over to the right. Just live here for a few moments. Shift your hips to the left. Shift your hips to the right. And just go side to side a bunch of times. And get as liquid as possible everywhere. Like feel the circles that your shoulders make. Feel how the weight shifts from one foot to the other. Notice when you feel like lingering, when you then feel like flowing on. And then shift your hips to the left, keep them there. Move your head and torso over to the right, so you get a gentle twist through your torso. Just gently push into your left hand so your spine elongates, rotates. And give it a couple seconds here. This is a cool one. You can get good little stretches in this one. Shift your hips to the right. Keep them there. Move your head and torso over to the left. Feel how your spine begins to spiral. And again, just sort of get into it. Like find a way to make this one cool for you. And then bring your torso back to the middle. Fold down through the middle, let your head dangle. And then bend your legs, come all the way down the squat. You can bring your feet closer together. And mudra number 1. Just exhale and relax. Oh yeah, what is the truth here really? And then don't make up an answer. Mudra 2, just let your arms extend straight. What is the truth here really? When it feels like the thing to do, you let your hands float up into the third one. What's the truth about the feeling of energy in my hands? And then again, don't make up the answer. It's sort of like if there's an answer, it'll begin to be revealed to you as you're there in the new now with your hands. And then the fourth one, bring the palms together again. Let the left hand spin down, the right hand spin up. And just mudra-size your fingers. What is the truth here, really? Something's going on. What's the truth here? Okay, then come down onto your hands and knees, the all fours position. Yeah. And just put your hands down, look at them so that the wrist creases are horizontal. And again, I'm not implying that this is the only way you should have your hands. It's just awareness training at this point. You're doing something with your hands, and by putting them down so they're horizontal, it becomes obvious to me or to you what you're doing. Spread your fingers fully, snuggle your hands, look at the index fingers, memorize where they are. Of course, you can look at any of the fingers and memorize where they are. Your hands are fully spread, and wherever any finger is right now is where it will be when your fingers are fully spread with the wrist creases squared. Let yourself sink to the down extreme. Just breathe softly. Lift to the up extreme. And I like to just be wobbling gently. Sink to the down extreme. Again, these are your choices. Up extreme. And then just go down and up a number of times. Familiarizing yourself with the basic choices here. You're always going to be being somewhere. Down extreme, up extreme, or somewhere in between. Then find a nice middle spot. Shrug the shoulders away from your ears. If you're not sure how to do that, shrug them up by your ears first, and then do the opposite. Just slowly take your seat back towards your feet. So you're coming into child's pose. This is a forward fold. You're getting your torso right on your thighs. That's sort of the ultimate. But because your legs are bent, it's sort of easy. Wobble gently every once in a while just to stay liquid. Snuggle your hands into the floor and then pull backwards for a few seconds and see what that does. Push your hands away from you for a few seconds, see what that does. Pull again. Push again. And then come up on your hands and knees again. This time turn your toes under as you take your seat back. And just wobble gently. With an inhale, bring your head and torso forward. As you exhale, take your seat backwards again. Just sort of easy loosener up pose. Just go forward and backward a couple times. And practice getting into it a little bit more than you already are. Be happy, it's easy. Okay, then come to the all fours position. Turn your toes under. Look at your hands, look at your arms. Notice that your arms are vertical. Keep them exactly how they are as you lift your knees up and straighten your legs. Your arms are straight, your spine is straight, your legs are straight. Slowly move the butt back and up until your arms and spine become a single straight line. It's possible to go through the straight line, but don't go through the straight line yet. Click into the straight line. That's right about when your ears are in line with your upper arms. You're still on the ball of each foot. Feel your hands on the floor and then push into your hands and just feel how your butt goes away from your hands. So you telescope the straight line. Wobble it gently. And then get out of there. Shift your shoulders forward. Bend the knees, point the toes. Take it back to child's pose. Wobble gently. And just be experiencing, what is the truth here really now? Slide the hands back by your knees. Curl your head in. Hesitate for just a sec. And then just slowly round your way up. Your head will float up to neutral. And then just close your eyes and just pause for a couple seconds. What is the truth here really? With an inhale, float your chin up. With an exhale, hinge forward. Slide your hands forward as far as they'll go. Lift your head, peek at your hands. Put the index finger where you memorize it, spread the other ones. Let your head go back down. And then pull for a couple seconds. Push for a couple seconds, wobbling gently. Without moving your hands, come up on your hands and knees again. Just shift your shoulders forward till the arms are vertical. Turn the toes. Keep the arms vertical. Lift the knees, straighten the legs, linger. Wait for the right moment and then slowly go towards the straight line. Without pushing. Don't push yet. Just lean heavily into your hands. When you click into the straight line, now push and telescope it. Wobble gently. And then bend one leg. Notice I didn't stipulate which leg. You made up your own mind about it. Press the other heel down towards the floor. Couple seconds. One foot is at the up extreme, the other foot's at the down extreme. Shift the feet, come up on the toe on that other foot, press the other heel toward the floor. And the heel that's up, press it towards down, couple seconds. And then get out of there. Shift your shoulders forward, bend the knees, point the toes. Take it back to child's pose. Wobble gently. Breathe. Be feeling the truth of what's happening now. Slide your hands back, curl your head in, linger, and then slowly round your way up. Let your head land in neutral, and then just once again, for a few seconds, do the conscious pause. And then dog number 3, lift your chin up, inhaling, hinge forward, exhaling. Slide your hands, lift your head, peek at your hands, fix them. Let your head go back down and then pull, push, wobble gently. Come up on your hands and knees. Turn your toes, lift the knees, straighten the legs, linger. Wait for the inner feeling to say go, and then slowly move towards the straight line without pushing. Your ears will come in line with the upper arms. Then push, wobble it a little. And then each foot come way up on the ball of each foot. And if you look at your feet from where you are, you rig it so the inner edge of each foot is vertical, parallel. You're at the up extreme. Slowly take your heels towards the down extreme. And then for a couple seconds, just hold it right here and relax as much as you can. You'll find yourself letting go of stuff you don't need to be doing to be here. Your alignment actually ends up being extremely efficient. Last seconds, push and just accelerate the shape. And then get out of there. Shift your shoulders forward, bend the knees, keep the toes turned under this time. Take your seat back toward your feet. Wobble gently. Oh yeah, breathe. And then walk your hands back, and you'll be able to come into a squat from this direction. And just let your hands come into one of those four mudras, or invent a new one. And then your butt comes up as you fold forward. I like to just wrap my arms around my legs, hold my wrists lightly, and just let yourself dangle here. Just a couple seconds. Okay, and then bring it up to a standing position. And just walk forward to the front of your planet. And start with your feet hip-width apart. Again, practice making your feet exactly straight. Again, not the only way to do it, but again, as awareness training, inner edge of each foot straight, feet hip-width apart. If you look down, your legs should look parallel. If your feet are together, your legs won't be parallel. Probably. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just bend your legs first. Hinge forward from your hips. And just let your hands come down. This is the way I've been doing triangle lately, okay? Your feet are hip-width apart. It's as though your left foot were on the left railroad track, your right foot's on the right railroad track. Keep the right foot on the right railroad track and just step the right foot way back there, land on the ball of your foot. Look at your foot and rig it so the inner edge of the foot is vertical or still straight. The left leg, just let it be gently soft, bent. And slowly press your right heel towards the down extreme, like towards the floor. I say the word towards a lot, so that in case you can't actually get to the floor, at least you're going toward the floor. And just get used to this for a few seconds. Left leg bent-ish, both feet pointing straight ahead. Okay, step the right foot forward. So now the feet are hip width apart again. Step the left foot back, land on the ball of the foot. Hesitate. Check the inner foot, the left foot, check that it's straight, vertical, whatever. And then slowly take the heel toward the floor, the down extreme. Don't insist on it, just gently flirt with any tightness. Breathe. Just get friendly with the shape. You don't want to attack, remember. That's you in there. And just sort of watch yourself getting used to it. Okay, step the left foot forward. Part 2, step the right foot back, land on the ball of the foot again. Hesitate. Check the right foot, and then slowly take it towards the down extreme again. Just a couple seconds. Then come way up on the ball of the right foot, bend the left leg more, and just let your chest begin to rest on your left thigh. You can let your head just begin to relax there. And then slowly take the right heel towards the down extreme. It's a little deeper than a moment ago. Again, keep it friendly. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Land on the ball of the foot. Check the alignment. Hesitate. And then slowly take the left heel towards the floor. Come up on the ball of the left foot. Bend your right leg more. Let your chest rest heavily onto the thigh. And then take the left heel toward the floor. Your right leg will straighten a little bit. Again, just breathe smoothly. Let yourself get used to being this shape. Okay, step the left foot forward again. Step the right foot back. First part first. The right heel towards the down extreme. Second part second, come up on the ball of the foot, bend the left leg, rest your chest heavily. Slowly take the right heel down. And then for the third part, come up on the ball of the right foot. And this time spin the right heel down to the left railroad track. Bring your left hand to wherever you typically put it for triangle. You can put your hand on your ankle or by the side of the foot and bring your right hand to your right hip. So at this point your left leg is bent, the right leg is straight, both feet are on the floor, you snuggle them, pull the belly in, and then from your belly lift up into your chest, spin your chest up a little bit, And just little by little, start pressing your left leg towards straight. Right about now, you let your right hand begin to float up. The top hand, mudra-size it. Just let your hand make a mystical note up there. And then get the sense that actually your whole body's the mystical note. Do a whole body mudra for a couple seconds. Sweep the right arm down, step the right foot forward, step the left foot back. First part first. Hesitate and then go for the down extreme. Second part second, come up on the ball of the foot, bend the right leg, rest the chest heavily. I actually like to slide the right hand back on this one, and then take the left heel down towards the floor. And then for the third part, come up on the ball of the foot. Put the right hand wherever you're going to put it for a triangle. Spin the left heel down to the right railroad track and bring the left hand to your left hip. Snuggle the feet. Pull the belly in. From your belly, lift into the chest, spin it a bit, and then slowly just start pushing into the right foot to straighten the leg. Toward straight. And then when it feels like the thing, just let the left hand begin to float up. Top hand. And then whole body. Sweep the left arm down, step the feet forward. And then bend the legs, come down into the squat. And just come all the way down, sit down on your butt. And just lean back on your hands. There's different hand choices. You could either have your fingers forward, you could have your hands spinning back. I usually put them so they're pointing out to the side. Right shoulder, sort of do little circles like this. Left shoulder, do little circles. You're looking to erase tight spots, remember. So sort of look for them. And then just go side to side, so big figure of 8 with your shoulders. Sort of squeeze out tension spots. And then roll both shoulders back. And just start puffing up through your chest. Taking the chin up. And for a couple seconds, just sort of press it open. Wobble it gently. And then bring your head back up and just let yourself round into a C-shaped curve. And then again, just go for the chest expander. Take the chin up. You'll find that you just sort of intuitively know what to do if you let yourself start doing that. Bring your head back up, go around into a gentle C-shaped curve again. So that's part one. Your feet are on the floor, your butt's on the floor. Part two is you move your knees forward until your butt's up off the floor. I usually bring my hands a little more forward, and I come up on the ball of my hand so I get a little more height. Move the knees forward. Come up on the ball of your hand. And then from here, go for the chest expander. Sometimes ducking your head back, sometimes not. You're like, big through the chest. And then let yourself melt out of it. I bring the butt down, gentle C-shaped curve. And then again, you move the knees forward. Come up on the ball of each hand. So I keep the butt down at this point. And go for a huge chest expander. So there's a deep crease in the hips. And just before you're done, put an extra little oomph on it. And then get out of there, let it melt down. So part one, your butt's on the floor. Part two, you move your knees forward till your butt's off the floor. And part three is you keep moving your knees forward. So you start coming up on your toes like that. I'll just move the knees forward, just sort of touch it, back off, touch it, back off. And then move the knees more and more forward. Eventually you'll be able to touch the floor with your knees, but don't insist on it. And then bring your butt down. Bring your spine down. Snuggle your back, get comfortable. And bring your arms into the cosmic grounded position so your arms are bent. The palms face up towards the ceiling. The legs are bent. Your feet are flat. At home, I do this one a lot. It's called the cosmic grounded pose. Like, notice how grounded you can get here. Your feet are on the floor, your sacrum's on the floor, your whole back is on the floor. The back of your arms, your shoulder blades, the back of your head. Like, it's a very solid position. And yet something about being facing upward and the hand placement, you're very cosmically receptive. Let your eyes soften and close. And as you practice getting as tension-free as you can be, at the same time, in the back of your mind, be wondering, what is the truth here really? And don't make up an answer. Let the truth of life live begin to register with you as the answer. Keep relaxing, like deliberately, skillfully, thoroughly. And just before you open your eyes, like, don't open your eyes yet, but just like be aware of how thoroughly relaxed you actually are. And then as you let your eyes open softly, just like don't tense up. And let it feel like you're seeing those beams for the very first time. Be aware that you're observing things. And be aware that you as the observer are not a thing. Sweep the right arm only up above your head to the floor. And then just tip over onto your right side and come into reclining Buddha number 1. You just let your head rest on your right arm. And then Buddha number 2, you lift your head up, prop your head up. And again, just sort of get into the habit of it. Be aware of what's in your visual field. Look at the colors. And just sort of shut up in there and see what you see. Tip over onto your back, sweep the left arm up over your head, tip over into Buddha number 1 on your left side. Be aware of what's in your visual field. And be aware that you're observing things, but you as the observer are more like boundless awareness. Buddha 2, lift your head up, prop your head up. Get as comfortable as you can be. Listen to the sound of the door. Sounds cool, actually. Okay, then just come up to a seated position, easy cross leg, fold down through the middle. Just let yourself bob up and down with your breathing for a few moments. I'm going to put on the music now. We can do a free form. This will be 3 songs again, okay? And the best advice I can come up with is start with something that you know. And as you're doing it, get into it and get into it and get into it. And let the energy begin to guide you. You'll find yourself inventing new poses, new patterns. And have fun.